I'm making a tier list for the mainline games of Yakuza. Since I got to finally play all the mainline games, I still need to play like Judgment and Murder Souls. I still need to play them. There's going to be even more games coming next year. But when it comes to the mainline games, I guess I'm going to be ranking them. Alright, so I guess we'll start with Yakuza 0. That's going to be an S. It's still the best one I've played. I've basically got 100% on this game on Steam. I know the trophies. It's a masterpiece. It sets up the whole universe so well. One of the best prequels ever made. Probably my second favourite prequel is like Halo Reach, because that movie was... that game was so good. Star Wars Rogue One had to copy it, so yeah. But yeah, this movie... Oh, I said movie again, sorry. This game is just perfection. And if you haven't played it, you need to play it. Because for most people, it's probably their favourite Yakuza game. So, Kiwami, the first Yakuza game. I'll put this in A. Well, should I put it in A? I mean, when it comes to the story, it's definitely like S tier. It's like some Yakuza Zero's level, because that also had an amazing story. Perfection. The gameplay, it's a bit... I mean, it's still good gameplay. It's just I prefer Yakuza Zero's gameplay. It's just so much fun. Everything about Yakuza Zero is just perfect. Like, gameplay perfect, story perfect, content, just so much. Like, my god. But yeah, I think I definitely would put it in A then. Because there's still a lot that you can do in this game. Just not as much as Yakuza Zero. But yeah, I'll just put it in A. Kiwami 2. Oh. I don't know if there was like a... If I could put it like this, because there's things about it that make it like S. And there's things about it that make it like an A. We'll just play an S. I mean... Oh man. I think S. I'm not sure, man. It's hard. Because if there's things about it that make it an S tier Yakuza game, then there's also things about it that make it an A. I mean, if you talk about the story, it's S. The gameplay... it just doesn't really have the moves that that it has from Kiwami 0. Well, Kiwami 1 and Yakuza 0. Like, you have those 4 different movesets. If I was talking about the modded version of Kiwami 2, I guess a S. But if you're just playing like the base game, just the normal version of the game on console, and you don't have mods to actually have the moves from Yakuza 0 or Kiwami 1, oh man, it takes away a bit from the game. Just having that one moveset for the whole game. And a lot of these other games are the same, really. Because it was cool to have all those different moves. It was just so much fun with the kind of things you could do and then switch the styles like it's Devil May Cry. Just the cool stuff you could do with the styles. And it's not really present in Kiwami 2 if you're playing the normal version of the game without mods. Yeah. But then the quest, like, oh my god, so much fun. The side missions are so great. Yeah. Just like Yakuza 0. So I think I would keep it in the S tier then. Yeah. It's just there's certain things that I wish it kind of had from Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 0. Yeah. But it's still like a game that you must play. Because when it comes to like the best one, it's between Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 2, and possibly Like a Dragon. Yeah. But I guess the next one... Yakuza 3 is this? I'm going to put it in B. The gameplay, it's really outdated. Even the original Yakuza 1 and 2 has better gameplay in this game. When it comes to the story, it can be divided because I kind of fell in love with the orphanage storyline, you know, looking after the kids and everything they went through and trying to protect the orphanage and stuff. Because this is like Kyu's home when he was growing up, because, you know, he kind of lost his parents. And this is what helped him get through stuff that he was going through when he was a kid. And yeah, he just tries his best to protect the orphanage and the kids. And it kind of feels less like a Yakuza game and more like an orphanage simulator. But I still enjoyed it, I guess. Some of the side quests are okay, I guess. It's not as good as like the A and S tier games, but I'd still say it's decent. Yeah, my least favorite, but it's decent. Yakuza 4, A. So this was the first to have like a lot of main characters. Yeah. Because if you was playing through the games originally, like Yakuza 1, 2, 3, up to 4, this was the first one to actually have like multiple main characters, because the original Yakuza 2, you only played as Kiryu. I don't think you got to play as Majima like you do in Karami 2, because he has like a bonus story to finish off the storyline with, you know, the stuff with in Yakuza 0. Yeah. And that's why that exists. But yeah, in the original game, that story didn't exist anyway. But yeah, Yakuza 4 was the first to have like a lot of main characters. So yeah, I'd say it did it pretty well. Yeah, the only thing that kind of affects Yakuza 4 and 5 is that, you know, a character's not gonna have like a full story. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 chapters, and then by the end, all the characters kind of collide together to take on the big bads, I guess, because they all have their own big bads of their story, and then each of them will get to fight him in the end, I guess. Yeah, in the tower, like how all the games end, it always has to be at the tower. Yeah, and I must say it does a pretty good job. I like Akiyama, Saejima. He became my favorite. I think they leave Kiryu for last in this game. And then there's the cop. I didn't like him when I first played this game, but yes, I'd say he has a pretty good story. But I actually enjoy his side quests way more than his actual story, so yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty good Yakuza game. You can get a lot of playtime out of this, so that's why it deserves to be an A. Alright, so Yakuza 5. I mean, when I first played it, this is probably the best one I played up until I played Yakuza 0, Kiwami 2, and Like a Dragon. But now I'd say it's just an A tier game. But I'd say I like Yakuza 4 more than Yakuza 5. I mean, there's stuff about it that could be, well, oh man, I don't know actually. I feel like Yakuza 4 and 5 are tied. I just feel like if Kiryu had a bit more chapters, because this is Kiryu at his strongest in this game. I mean, Yakuza 0, that's probably like, you could say that's his prime, but then his strongest is probably Yakuza 5. If I feel like I'm playing as a god, like I'm playing as Kratos in Yakuza 5 when I play as Kiryu. Like with this ability that he has that makes him like have like some kind of rage mode, like he does, like Kratos does in the God of War games. Well, 4 and 5, yeah. Well, the fourth one in Ragnarok. I haven't fully played the original game, so I don't know how that works, if they have that kind of thing. But yeah, Kei was a beast. Akiyama still had some great chapters. Saejima still had some great chapters. There's even stuff with Haruka, which was cool. Like, that was really enjoyable. But yeah, and there's that other character who kind of gave me Majima vibes, and it seems like he would have been his replacement if they actually went through with something with Majima. But yeah, it's a solid game. It has a lot of replay value. So much to do in the games with all those characters too. Because even though like their stories will go by so fast, there's still a lot of side missions you can do for the characters, and just the content. It's just great. And it's just hard to choose between Yakuza 4 and 5 with which is better. Yeah, it's really hard. So Yakuza 6. I might put this in B. I'm thinking, I mean, when it comes to the story, when it starts off, I'd say it's definitely a B. As it goes on, I could say it's an A. But yeah, I didn't really care enough to do the side content, so I'm just going to put it in B. There's only like 2 or 3 side things I did, and then I just stopped playing the game. I mean, it gets to a point where you start to really care about the characters that you have around you. It has some really good characters that you wish was in the original games. But then there's just some things missing, like Haruka and stuff, that kind of took away from the game. And just the gameplay is probably my least favorite since Yakuza 3, so I think it deserves to be in B. I mean, it's not a bad Yakuza game, but compared to the others, yeah. And then Like a Dragon, oh my god. S tier game. So this is probably my second favorite Yakuza game. Yakuza Zero is still the best, but man, this one, like, oh my god, this is probably like one of the most replayable Yakuza games. Has one of the best characters, probably the second best. I mean, he's definitely in my top 3, the main character in this game, and the side characters are possibly at their best in this game. I mean, in the other games you got Majima and stuff, but man, the characters in this one, they become so lovable. Yeah, this game just does things it does things so right, and that's why they probably made this guy like the new main character for the rest of the Yakuza series, probably. And that's why they've called it like a Dragon 8, the next Yakuza game, the next mainline game. Like, he's basically going to be the new main character, and he definitely earns it in this game. Yeah. Like, this game's just so much fun, so much content, so many side missions. The gameplay is where it might divide people, but if you can get used to the gameplay, or if you love these type of games, like, it's possibly the best Yakuza game. It's definitely top 3 for me, like my second favourite, with Kiwami 2 being my third favourite. And I still haven't decided where, Yakuza 4 and 5 would be. Then there's Kiwami 1. I know that Yakuza 3 is last, and then after that would be... Well, before Yakuza 3, it would be Yakuza 6, so then it's between... I think I put Kiwami 1, and then it's between Yakuza 4 and 5, that they're kind of tied. So I'm just going to quickly go through with how I view the game. So number 1 is Yakuza 0. Number 2 is Like a Dragon. Number 3 is Kiwami 2. And number 4 is kind of tied between Yakuza 4 and 5 because they're both great games. To be honest, you could put both stories together, and in a way, it would make like a full game for them. Yeah. Because it feels like Yakuza 4 and 5 are like basically split games. Like, because if you put them together, it'd make like a huge game. Because it just feels like you're getting mini stories when you play 4 by itself, and then you go to 5, and it's just like a mini story for each character. But together, it would be like a giant story. So that's why I put them like tied together. But then after that, it'd be Yakuza 6, and then Yakuza 3 as last place. And I think that's how I'd rank the games, really. Yeah. Yeah, they're great games. I love this series. I mean, a lot of people look down on Sega because of Sonic, but if they actually played the Yakuza games, man, they're one of the best companies right now. I mean, they've got a lot of games to look forward to from the Yakuza franchise. And it seems like Sonic's good again, so hopefully in the future we can get a Sonic Adventure 3, because I've been waiting like, man, who knows how long, like over a decade for Sonic Adventure 3. And since Sonic's good again, who knows, maybe we can finally get it eventually, yeah. But yeah, guess that's it. Hope you enjoyed my tier list of Yakuza. Let me know what's your favorite Yakuza game or your tier list. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.